Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about the new armors which is available in Stia and whether you should upgrade or not. But before we jump into the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing you're going to notice is my character does look a little bit different, and this is because we are currently on ship 3. And the reason why we're on my ship 3 character is because I want to show you my stats. You can see over here that I currently have 76.8% weapon potency or melee potency, but obviously I can push this a lot higher if I choose to do so, or if I just invest a little bit more onto this character. But the main reason why I was able to push my potency that much was because of the Eptize Armor Argas. So remember those red box armors? Yes, I went out of my way and I've bought the red box armors on ship 3 because, you know, the red box armors are account wide. So if I collected them on ship 2, I was not able to get it again on ship 3 since they are on the same account. So I did have to purchase all 3 of these from the player market. And if you guys remembered, I said in that video that these Eptize armors are really valuable because they have mastery 4 and they have might 4 on them already. All I did with these armors was I literally just added Dust Soul 4. Dust Soul 4 is a very inexpensive capsule simply because you're guaranteed 3 of these capsules every time you run Dustle. And remember, we had the double urgent quest week, so I just went crazy and I just farmed a lot of Dustle, and I was able to get a ton of these Dustle Soul 4s, and the market value for these Dustle 4s were very cheap because, you know, everyone had a huge quantity of them. So basically that's the only augment I threw in because mastery 4, might 4, trippable as well as ultra credit 3 were already on the armors. I just threw in the Dustle. And if we go to the second page, you can see right here each armor piece is giving me 16.5% melee potency, which is a significant amount, and I was able to do it on all 3 pieces very easily. Now if you look at my Kaiser weapon, you can see my augments are pretty garbagio. They are very cheapo augments. I'm still using a lot of level 3 capsules. I'm using a Tria Star Omel as well as a Super Stemel. You know, my stats aren't super amazing. However, that's not what you guys are here for. You guys want to know about the new armors. So we can see here are all the Eptize armors. So these are old armors, we don't care about them. There are a total of 3 new armors available in the Stia region. There's the Eptize Armor Vita as well as Vio, and of course the Eclaireur Armor. So the main difference between these 3 armors is the potency as well as what stats they add. So the Eclaireur Armor is very simple. It just gives 4% all potency. However, you do take a damage resistance minus 5%, and the armor value is not as high. You're only getting 86 armor versus if you went Efitus, you would get 90 armor, and if you went the Eptize armor, you would actually get 91. So the majority of players are just going to stick with the Efitus armor simply because the red box armors are fully augmented. You literally don't need to do anything. You just add in a very cheap boss soul that gives you 3% potency and you're good to go, which is exactly what I did with my ship 3 character because she's on a budget. If we look at her money, you know, I've only got 1.4 million on her. She is broke AF. And so because of that, I couldn't allocate a lot of resources into very expensive augments or very endgame gear. So this will just have to do. But nevertheless, this is still a really good compromise. Getting 76.8% potency is still fantastic. I'm still able to deal a lot of damage while maintaining relatively okay HP as well as photon power. Now keep in mind, this is unbuffed. I have not eaten any food yet. With food buffs, I will be close to 900 HP and my photon power is at around 150 or so. So it's still pretty good. All right, so now you guys are asking, in what scenarios would you go any of the other armors? The Eclaireur armor is very simple. If you are very confident in your abilities and you want to hit 100% potency or above, then you will need to go with the Eclaireur armor because this potency does add up. It's kind of required in order to break the 100% weapon potency barrier. Now, once you get over 100%, well, you're just gonna destroy everything. You will literally just melt everything. And if you do decide to go full offense and 0 defense, you might as well also go with the Gunblaze weapon series because it has the highest flat attack. And of course, you have the flawless unit. You know, it gives you 23% potency, the minus 20% PP consumption, as well as the critical hit rate plus 10%. It's very powerful. And the reason I say this is because with the Eclaireur armor, you are glass cannon. You are literally gonna die in one hit anyway. So if you're gonna die in one hit anyway, you might as well maximize your damage to its fullest potential so that you can squeeze out every little bit of DPS. Now regarding the Vita as well as the VO, these are not bad armors by any means because they also give you 3% potency, so they're exactly the same as the Efitus armor, they just specialize in specific stats. If you go the Vita armor, it just gives you 55 HP, it does not increase your photon power at all, versus the Efitus armor where it gives you 30 HP and 4 PP, and the VO armor gives you 10 PP and no HP at all. So the Vita armor and the VO armor are just more extreme versions of the Efitus armor. The Efitus armor is the balanced armor to go for, so if you want a balanced build, which I highly recommend, most people are just gonna stick with the Efitus armor because there's no hassle at all. You just break your red box armors, you get them, and you're good to go because those are fully augmented. It's the easiest armor series to work with. However, let's say that you want to go a super tanky build, but you still want to deal decent DPS. Well, then the Vita armor is definitely an option because it gives you an insane amount of HP, and let's say you add in a Dreadkeeper 4, which gives you another 50 HP. That means each armor you have is going to give you 105 HP, and that is just with one augment. You still have 4 more augment slots, you can stack even more HP and make some super crazy tanky armors if you choose to do so. Or maybe you're playing a range class and you just always run out of photon power and you just want to be able to spam techniques as well as photon arts forever, then you could always go 3-piece VO armor, and that gives you 30 photon power just the armors alone with no augments. So this is also very good. And the great thing about these 3 armors over here are they are currently dirt cheap because nobody wants to use these armors because everyone is using the Efitus armors because, well, they're fully augmented already. So in conclusion, all 3 of the new armors are good armors and they are viable. You can use them if you want. It's just not the quote-unquote meta right now, which is why those armors are going for dirt cheap on the market. By the way, if you want to farm them for yourselves for whatever reason, you can farm for the Vita as well as the VO armors in the combat zones in Stia. However, on top of that, you can also just run purple triggers. I've been getting a ton of these armors whenever I run the Stia Devastators. And for the Eclaireur armors, you simply just defeat Gigantics or again run the purple Battle Dia and you'll get a ton of these armors. However, to be honest, with the current market prices, you could just buy it off the market. They are very, very inexpensive because nobody wants to use them because you do need to spend a little bit of effort and time to augment all of these armors. So the armor itself is easy to get, but getting all the augments that you actually want to make those armors good is going to take some time unless you've been saving up a bunch of capsules already and you have everything prepared.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the hero?